All right, good morning, 7th graders.
Good morning, Mr. Masterowski.
Oh, that's awesome. We're just starting on the right foot now. We're going to get started with lesson 1.1 for pre-algebra. Okay? Lesson 1.1 is about expressions. An expression in math is really a way of saying something or a way of expressing something. Okay? And in math, obviously it's going to involve numbers. And so in an expression, numbers are written both in digit form. You might have an expression that has just all numbers in it called a numerical expression. Or you may have an expression or a math phrase that contains variables called a variable expression. A variable in math, you may remember from last year, it's a letter that stands for a number. It's usually the first letter in whatever the object or whatever the subject that you're talking about. It's usually the first letter from that. Okay? We define a variable. If it says to define a variable, we usually define a variable by using a letter that represents the word that you're looking for. So, for example, if the letter being used is a Y, then somewhere, maybe in the problem, or maybe you're deciding what to use, Y could stand for a word that starts with Y. Like yaks. Or a more boring example, yards. I think yaks sounds cool. It's more creative. Okay? And, well, maybe. I think zoos could use yaks in a math expression. Maybe they had some yaks, and then one of them perished. Got sick and died. So then they could write the expression y minus 1 to express the perishing of the yak. Right? So, what type of expression is this? Is this a numerical expression or is this an algebraic expression? Ava?
Algebraic.
It's an algebraic expression. Yep. An algebraic expression contains a what, class? A variable. An algebraic expression contains a variable. And the variable should be defined. This is the definition of the example that I used. Y is the number of yaks at the zoo. Okay? How about N? You see the letter N used a lot in variable expressions. N, oftentimes in your book you'll see it just N representing a number. Just a random number. Okay? So if you see N plus 7, it just means a number, a random number plus 7. And then to define that, you would write N equals a number. Okay? So let's look at some math phrases. Let's look at an addition expression. Y plus 9. Can you think of any other ways of expressing an addition expression? How about using the words more than? Would more than mean addition? Yeah. So, using this expression, y plus 9, how could you say that using the words more than? Great.
9 more than 1.
Yeah, 9 more than y. If y equals x, then maybe you got a bunch of new yaks. 9 more than what you had before. Maybe another zoo sent you 9 more yaks. So then you had the first yaks, and then you have 9 more. But you don't know how many you had to start with, so that's why you had to use y. Okay? How about a multiplication expression? There are ways to write a multiplication expression, like 3 times a number, 3 times n. Another way is to just write 3n. When you're writing a multiplication expression, you can put the number and the letter and just smash them together. That means multiplication, right? You've seen that one before. Now, why wouldn't you want to write 3 times n with the x for times?
Because then it would look like it is like 3 times x times n.
Exactly, Max, good. Then it looks like 3 times x times n. Alright? Because the x is a letter. So don't use x when you're expressing multiplication. Use either a dot or parentheses around one of the numbers or letters, or just put the number and the letter right next to each other. Okay? Do all of you have these notes copied? Do all of you have lesson 1-1 written at the top? Good. What else did I do in these notes? Emily?
Highlighted.
Highlighted. What did I highlight?
Variable and expression.
Why?
They're important.
Because they're important. Good. And they're vocabulary words. Yeah, they're vocabulary words. They're words that you're going to see in the lessons. You're going to see those in directions. You're going to see those in other places. Okay? Then I circled this. Why did I circle that? And wrote a note next to it. Sam.
Because like people might mistake the x for a variable.
Yeah. So this is to help you correct this mistake. Okay? So it's this should help you in your notes to go and see that so that you remember not to do or not to make that mistake. Okay? Now, there is also help online for you for each of these lessons that I want you to take advantage of. There's a website associated with the book that has math videos, and it has lesson quizzes that you can take that are not graded and that will score the lesson, or they'll score the quiz for you to make sure that you're understanding it. So you just go to that and do the quiz, and then hit score my quiz, and it will tell you what to do for how you did on it. Okay? So let's try that. I want to take you to that website and show you what to do. So let's go to ehschool.com. And you'll come up with this. It says Pearson, Prentice Hall. Now I want you to go to your book, and I want you to find the place in the lesson, somewhere in the lesson where it says Video Tutor, Homework Video Tutor. You see where that is?
Yeah.
Good. Underneath that is a web code. Read me that web code.
AD
dash 0101.
AD
01.
0101.
Yep.
The numbers stand for the lesson number, 0101. Lesson 11, okay? So this is where you type it in. And you press go. And then it takes you to this screen. These are the videos right here. We want them in English. You can also watch them in Spanish, but I just think you should watch them in English first.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay? When you click on it,
No, I want
the video will start. So I'll pause this. Yep. And then show you what it does.
Hi there, it's Mrs. Griffin, and I'm here to help you with writing expressions from word phrases. And we're talking about an algebraic expression. It's a mathematical phrase with at least one variable. So we've got math and a variable. Now a variable is a symbol that represents one or more number. These are some examples of algebraic expressions. X minus 5. So we've got a number.
And then we're gonna.
A number.
Oh, it doesn't.
These are some examples of algebraic expressions. X minus 5. So we've got a mathematical phrase involving a variable x. M divided by 2. So again, we've got some math and a variable. 4z, so 4 times z. And 16 minus p. Now as I said, you can have more than one variable. So you could even have an expression like 5pqr. So 5 times p times q times r. So these are different examples of algebraic expressions. They're
Why are they algebraic?
Letters.
They contain letters, right? Yep. So you can see this video will take you through the concepts in the lesson. Okay? Let's go back and I'll show you what a lesson quiz looks like. So if you go to this link right here at the top, it says go to Prentice Hall Mathematics Pre-Algebra Student homepage. And there's your book. From here you can go to the videos. Oh, yay. Alright. Line up for the fire drill. Go out to the left.